What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new video. Now today I have for you another awesome car review. As you can see, I have with me the OG BMW M2, all thanks to the owner, who's also a creator on Instagram and on YouTube. So I'll link his YouTube channel down in the description below, and his Instagram will be on screen right now. So he does post some really cool content of different cars, including his very own M2. Now I really do hope you guys enjoy this review. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the OG BMW M2, let's tap into a bit of a history. Now, over time, the M3 has gotten bigger, more sophisticated, and so basically there was room for something a little bit more basic, more simpler, and very old school, and that's where the M2 came in. It filled in the gap, basically, and I have to say, looks-wise, this is one of the meanest looking M cars out there. For me, I feel like it looks even more aggressive than, say, the F80 generation M4s and all. Up front, you have all these scoops and openings for the radiators, for the intercoolers, and unlike on the competition, the kitten grills are actually not joined together, so they're separate in a way. That's one way you tell them apart, the regular M2 and the competition. But this whole thing looks so mean, especially this angle right there where you see the rear arches and all. Coming around to the side, you do actually get cross-ventilated brakes from the M4 19-inch rims, and yeah, the whole package is just, it's really insane. You have this little side piece right there with the M2 badge. The regular M2 got regular mirrors, no M mirrors. That's one thing that customers and fans complained about. But when you get to the rear, you see those rear arches and it just looks so aggressive. If you come around to the back, this one does have some custom touches like the CS style lip, and if we come all the way to the back, you have a full Akrapovic titanium exhaust system, and it sounds really mental. We'll get to hear that in the drive. I think right now, let's actually check out the interior. Okay, so the M2 interior. Now, one thing that stands out for me is the driving position. You just feel so slammed down. You feel one with the car. And yeah, in here you get the proper M steering wheel with M colored stitching, with the M pedals, but you don't actually get proper M bucket seats. So this gets the regular BMW sport seats, they call them. They have a little M badge on the back. It has blue stitching. There's literally bare carbon fiber. It's not lacquered, so you can literally feel the texture of the weave. And in here, yeah, you have the iDrive system. And at the time, this was before the era of Mercedes MBUXs and all these current complex infotainment screens. This was the best because it was easier to navigate, and yeah, that's what made iDrive the best. So you have a proper M gear lever, but you don't have the full M driving modes where you can set up the engine, the gearbox. So it's just the regular comfort, sport, and forgot what's the other mode?
Sport Plus.
Sport Plus. There we go. Thanks a lot, bro, behind the camera. So yeah, even on the passenger side, you do have the bare carbon fiber, and I think that's where I'll leave it off with the interior. It's relatively practical in here. You have cup holders, feels nice and big. There are some decently sized door pockets, but you don't care about all those things in this type of car. Okay, so the back seat in the M2. So for a relatively small coupe, it's actually quite decent back here in terms of room. Doesn't feel cramped at all. Even headroom, it's quite doable, so you can definitely go on a long journey sitting back here. It's way better than something like a 911 and all those. You get the rear climate control vents. There's a little tray that I don't know what you'd use for back here, but yeah, the rest of the stuff is just basic rear seat stuff. So the boot space, you're looking at 440 liters in boot capacity. It's actually quite a big boot. It's bigger than any hatchback I can think of. Golf with 380 liters, Mercedes A-Class with about 350. So yeah, basically it's a big boot. And you do have some netting to secure your stuff, some side netting there. There's a huge loading lip, but if you're driving this kind of car, you don't care about such things. Okay, so let's talk value and pricing. Now, these first hit the market around 2016, and there's also the facelift. So the pre-facelift, this one is the pre-facelift, by the way. They ran from 2016 to like late 2017. Now, value-wise, these are valued anywhere from 599,000 rands for the early high mileage cars, all the way up to around 850,000 rands for the later facelifts with relatively low mileage. And that's pretty much where the price range on these sits. Okay, so let's get technical. We'll start with the engine. Now, this is the OG N55 motor. It's a 3-liter straight 6 turbocharged, making 272 kilowatts, which is around 365 horsepower and 465 Newton meters of torque. You could either get these with a 6-speed manual, or like with this one, get a 7-speed dual clutch. Now, this car is actually very interesting because it borrows a lot of parts from its brothers or sisters. Like the brakes, the cross-ventilated brakes are from the M4. The rear subframe is from the M4. The rear suspension is also from the M4, and the differential. So it's quite a very interesting car in that sense. So guys, you join us inside the M2, and we're here with Stasi, and he's gonna take us for a proper blast. And we do have some twists and turns right here, which is, yeah. That exhaust. So bro, what's your favorite thing about this thing?
The sound.
The sound, literally.
Definitely the sound. And then look, the M2 chassis I think is probably my favorite M car chassis. I've driven a lot of them, F80, F82, the Gs, all of them. This one, I don't know, this one just is fun. It's super fun. Emba, I noticed it's really tail happy, like super tail
like
happy.
It's so twitchy.
And
the other thing we were saying about the suspension, I don't want to say it's stiff because it's actually not that bad, but if we do actually use the word stiff, it's sophisticated kind of stiff, and it still feels very comfortable. Like, no question at all, you can drive this every day, which you actually do.
I do.
You drive this as your daily. Oh man.
I wonder if it got that on camera.
Yeah, probably. And yeah, man, even from the passenger seat, you have a great feel of everything that the car is doing. Like, it communicates with you so well, and even when it breaks tail, you can tell it's a very predictable car.
Very predictable.
Very predictable.
Yeah. I never drive it with DSC off or anything because it'll probably kill me, but yeah, it's super manageable. Like, you know exactly what it's doing all the time. You can feel everything. The steering is like super communicative. So yeah, it's super nice to drive every day. And when you want to do it, like when you want to just be quiet, you just put it in comfort, and you'll hear now everything is just like super quiet.
I think the thing about one of these, if you've never experienced anything like this kind of setup, rear wheel drive, big power, you just need to take some time to learn the car, learn its limits, learn its behavior, and from there you can start playing around with it.
Exactly, bro. exactly. I totally agree.
So let's say you're coming from like a Golf GTI or Golf R. It's a totally driving experience with the M2. So it'll definitely take some learning, and yeah, it's definitely a lot more fun, especially in the corners and how it breaks traction. But I just want to have some fun, man. Let's see what it can do. Without dying, of course. We actually have some toilet paper with us here. So if we start feeling funny, we can help ourselves.
Just don't kill us.
We have to go over the speed bump first.
Ooh, Angel Duster's here, by the way. Angel Dust on TikTok. It's on screen.
Okay.
Just some car bros having fun in an M2. Oh, man. Wow. The way it handles is so beautiful. I would like to describe it as dancing.
Yeah.
It dances,
Yeah,
basically.
it
It dances. Yes.
Like it's just the shifts. Like,
Yeah.
they're so aggressive.
Kill the little bird. Oh. Man, what a car. What an absolute car. I think we'll get right at the end there, do the last pull, and we'll do the final conclusion. Guys, thank you so much to Stacey for bringing the car out here and letting us review it.
Anytime, bro.
Do check out his YouTube and Instagram. Literally, I promise you the content is so cool, especially your Instagram content. It is really cool. And on his YouTube, he basically documents his experience with the M2 from mods, what he likes, what he doesn't like about the car, those kind of videos. So if you want to catch up with the car, know what it's like to live with on a daily basis, do check out his channel, comment on his videos, everything you'd like to know, or even on this video, comment down below. And I'm pretty sure we can make a video happen for your channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure, bro,
definitely.
for sure.
But yeah, do check him out on his platforms. And that's all from me to you guys. Until next time, cheers from me.